I never planned to start this YouTube channel, but I got sick, I got angry, and then something snapped. The truth is, my whole life I believed them. The experts, the guidelines, the food pyramids, the doctors. Like most people, for the majority of the time, I followed the rules. And I just got sicker and sicker and sicker. This video is about what happened next and why I've spent the last few years interviewing over 1,100 people who broke the rules and got better. So most people know my story, and if you don't, there are a lot of videos on my channel where I go over it. But suffice it to say, I was never an angel with my diet. Certainly not in the last few years leading up to finding carnivore. One of the reasons I was there, though, is because throughout my life, I've tried to eat healthy here and there, and every time I tried to eat healthy and follow the guidelines and do what everyone was telling me to do, I just got worse. And so eventually, like a lot of people do, you just give up and you think, I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to drink whatever I want. I just drew the short straw and I'm naturally an unhealthy person, and it's nothing to do with my diet because when I follow the guidelines, nothing works. But for multiple reasons, I found carnivore in June 2022. And within 4 months, I had seen massive health improvements. My arthritis was gone, brain fog was gone, I had more energy, I was sleeping better, I was losing weight, I was feeling better than I ever had before. And having all these physical, mental, emotional improvements that had happened over a short space of just 4 months that I had never experienced before, you think I'd be happy. Instead, I was angry. I was angry that all of us are constantly lied to. Lied to by the media, lied to by doctors, and lied to by all these so-called experts. Just eat your whole grains. Eat 5 servings of fruit and vegetables every day. Cut down on the meat. And when you do eat it, make sure it's lean. 4 months into carnivore and feeling like a brand new human being, I realized all of this was garbage. And that's when I finally snapped. Of course, at this time, I was watching Ken Berry and Sean Baker and a host of other channels on YouTube talking about carnivore. And I decided I wanted to add my voice into the mix. So I started loading videos on my channel talking about my journey. And at this stage, I thought some friends and family will probably see this and maybe I'll convince someone to give it a try. But I didn't have high hopes. I just wanted to put my voice out there. We had been lied to, and as many of us needed to speak up about it as possible. But when I started getting comments coming through on those videos I was putting out, that's when I realized this is something that I needed to double down on. I had the realization that I'm not alone. This isn't rare, and carnivore definitely shouldn't be hidden. I started doing interviews on my channel as a way of networking with people in the carnivore community. I'm in Japan and it's not easy to find other carnivores around here, and there's no carnivore events. So the best place to network with other carnivores is via Zoom. And so I started doing interviews with some pretty well-known people in the carnivore space. I interviewed Rick Rodriguez and Amanda from Carnivorous Me. And as I started to meet people, I realized I quite enjoyed talking to them and discovering their story and talking to them about carnivore. And so the interviews just started to stack up. And the more I spoke to people and the more I heard their stories, the more it reinforced how this needs to get out there. We need to talk about this. The world needs to hear this. And so yesterday, I just completed interview 1158 with a couple who have reversed type 2 diabetes and secondary cancer while on a carnivore diet. So when all those experts and doctors and nutritionists say, well, there's no proof that carnivore is good for you, there's no proof that carnivore will help you, I've got over 1,100 N of 1 proofs. So this isn't just my story, it's our story. We were lied to, and we paid the price. But now we're taking our lives back with carnivore. If you'd like to share your story, I'd love to have you on. Please shoot me an email to realzerocarb@gmail.com. And to discover how we got here, check out this video next.